Okay, so for tonight's homework, I want you to do the um, sticky tape lab. And so you need to be able to follow these directions exactly. And you're going to do this lab at home. It's really important that your hands are clean, no lotions or anything, so clean and dry. So wash your hands really well. Also, I've given you a ruler kind of like this that you're going to need because you probably don't have PVC or lucite at home. This is going to be what you're going to use. You'll also need a grocery bag. Um, you'll need that later on. You will need either some fur, a cat if you have a cat handy, a dog handy, or you can just use your own hair on your head. Okay, has to be clean, of course. But what you're going to do in this lab, just follow the instructions exactly. You need some Scotch tape, and you're going to lay some Scotch tape down on a nice clean table, so clean it off, and you're going to label the tapes, and you're going to do exactly what it says. There'll be one part, it's on step, well, it shows you a picture in part 2, but if you look at step 10 of your instructions, it's very important that you follow that exactly. And you're going to lie one tape down like this. You label that bottom on top of your base tape. And then you're have another tape on top of that, and you'll label this your top tape. And it's really important you follow the instructions exactly, that you kind of smooth out the air bubbles. You're going to peel off the top and bottom together. And what you have to do is kind of rub this on your lip, because what you're doing is you're taking excess charge off. Or you can do it on metal or something like that. But you're going to peel these apart carefully. Try to not touch yourself with them. I also am using a meter stick that I can kind of stick this out so it's not going to touch anything, kind of like this. If you have a yardstick or a dowel rod or something like that around the house. Okay. And you can do that also. You'll need some foil and some paper, some strips. But later on, it'll say to take the PVC and some fur. Your ruler here will be the PVC or rubber, and some fur or your hair or your cat or whatever. You're going to rub this really good, kind of rub this on here really good. And you're going to bring it near the top and notice the observations in the bottom. Notice the observations. Then later on, it says to take some lucite and to see, where does it say this at? Step 15, it says lucite and some plastic. We're going to use the ruler again and some plastic here, and you're do the same thing. You have to rub this a lot. It's a lot harder to get this to work. And again, you're going to bring this near the top and the bottom, take some observations. It's really important you take detailed observations and you do follow the instructions very carefully, and your hands are clean, and try to not let them touch. When you pull them apart, don't let them touch your hands or anything else. It can mess up the observations. They don't have to be exactly 15, 20 centimeters long. Okay. Need to have those observations by tomorrow, and they have to be very neat and organized, okay, or you're going to get bad observations.